The champ of the mic owns the night. With a mind so slick and a suit so clean, he's running this ring like a wrestling machine. From gold-plated deals to jaw-dropping schemes, he's the mastermind of your wildest dreams. Stand up, take note, bow down if you can. It's the Brilliant Show with the Brilliant One. He's the man.
Welcome into the Brilliant Show on this beautiful Father's Day Sunday night. And we're going to kick it off here. We got some special guests, the CWA owners, James and Kylea Grimes, coming up in just a second. But before we get to that, let's go check out Palm Water Dave and Amy on Talking Wrestling and Mark Out Moments on YouTube. Go subscribe to them. Great content, and they're actually going to bring you BIW Live July the 14th from West Monroe, Louisiana. You're going to want to see that. You'll get to see the entire show right there on Mark Out Moments. Also, support the show. Go check out some merch. BrainbusterTees.com. Get you a t-shirt. You need this. I'm going to make sure that the new owners of CWA go purchase them one, because we're going to have some good questions for them coming up here in just a minute. And if you can't listen to us live or watch us live, go check us out on all podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, Audible, and many, many more. And give us that 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. We're going to bring in the owners of the Coastal Wrestling Alliance, and I'm going to ask them a couple of questions here right off the bat to open things up. But let's welcome in James and Kylea. What's going on?
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks, Stephen Dixon. How are you tonight? I'm doing great. I got to get to something, though. We're going to kick it off hot right here and right now. The hardest question in the world. I can't hold on to it no longer. Got to go ahead and put it out there. What does bringing wrestling to its roots mean?
You want to explain or have me?
What he say?
What is bringing wrestling to its roots?
Jamie, do you know how to explain something?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, come on and explain it.
Bringing wrestling to its.
Stop stuttering now. Come on, get it out.
No, I mean, bringing wrestling back to its roots. I mean, you know, whenever I first broke in, you know, here down south, it was pretty big. You know, people could go in the locker rooms and there wouldn't be so much heat, and everybody could get along and have fun with it. And people be leaving talking about, hey, I want to come back to this show. I want to come back to this locker room. And I noticed, you know, here lately, there's been a bunch of, you know, just wild and crazy things happening at different shows and stuff. And I want to try to get it back to, you know, the way it was when I first broke in. I mean, I know I ain't going to never be able to have it big in the South like it once was, but I want to try to get back to that.
Well, DJ Moody says, well.
Hey, DJ.
So you're going to bring it back to its roots. You're not going to bring it back as big as it once was, but you're going to bring it back. Come on.
Well,
man.
I'm going to try to bring it back to big as it once was. I mean, I'm going to try my hardest, but I mean, you know.
The realistic expectations of it all is what we're keeping at the forefront of this, but it's just bringing it back to the brotherhood and sisterhood of what wrestling really is. You know, everybody working together, we're all wanting to push each other to that same dream and that same goal that, you know, we've had, you know, since we were little and since first breaking into the company.
Yeah, and like Jamie, you was around Mount a lot.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, he was a big staple in the South. Didn't he have a lot of part in your training and stuff?
Yeah, he had he's the one that actually broke me in around 2007 or 8, and
I'll get you one, DJ.
He's the one that broke me in, and I started training. I didn't even know you could actually break in down here at one time. I thought you had to go up there with, you know, WWE Vince McMahon guys and stuff, and then ex of mine was working with one of Richard's exes at a Walmart in Saraland, and they started talking, and that's how I met Richard through that, and we just took it off from there.
Yeah, I remember one time seeing you in action was at the Bayou Battery Center down there when you was taking on. It was a 6-man tag. It was you trying to destroy the Mountain Man that night.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've done a lot with trying to take him down and build him up. I mean, we've been on the same side and we've been on opposite sides.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Now, remember, you can ask questions in the chat here, and Jamie and Kylie will answer them. I am saying that right, Kylie, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just making sure you know. I didn't know, because Jamie don't know how to spell half the time, and
Most of the time, I'm the one that writes everything out because of that situation. So
that's a good
like
thing.
I said, it's been like my second or third time on this side of the ropes. I mean, y'all work with me. I've had a lot of concussions.
So let me ask you this, just kind of getting into it, Maggie in here. I remember when you super kicked Dad. Could you get your leg up that high?
Well, most of the time not, but thank God that night it did happen.
Well, anyway, jumping in, I've been around you for many years as well, and we've shared the locker room several times. Tell me some of your fond moments of the old DCW, the old AWF and stuff real quick before we get into Pro Wrestling Alliance.
It's crazy because with DCW, I mean, the most important, whenever I was in with DCW, that was back before they got taken over by some other people. I started out with Gene with the DCW because I wound up having Gene's first match back whenever he came back. And then he wound up he was talking about wanting to start his own promotion up and came up with DCW. So I was one of the first ones with Steve O'Malley and them guys that actually opened the door of DCW. And then whenever it got taken over and he sold it, I mean, I tried to stick with it and come in there every once in a while. And then AWF, I mean, that was my first home whenever I broke in with Richard, and he got me to meet up with Dwayne and Shannon, and I mean, just all the guys that was in that locker room, like Quick, Brimstone, Koloff. I mean, a bunch of good guys in the locker room, and a bunch of
Jamie Powell with a kendo stick.
Uh-huh.
Koloff says he beat you with a kendo stick.
Yeah, that he did. That he did. I still probably got marks from that somewhere.
Cody, who are you getting to spell all these words for you? Because we know you can't spell. You're off every weekend. Hit up CWA here. They'll get you in there with a beer or two. All right, hold on, Jay. Do you see yourself as a talent, owner, promoter, or all of the above, Jamie?
For the longest time, I just seen myself as a talent, and I mean, I do want to try the promoter side of it out and see how far I can go with it and where I could take it. So I'm hoping by the end of all this, I can be all around.
Alexander Overton, one of my favorites.
Yes, I've always shared plenty of locker rooms with that guy too. Great talent.
Forget little old Gentle Me and AWF. You forgot
Are
about
you
him
going
in
to forget little
AWF.
old Gentle Me and AWF?
How you gonna forget Alexander Overton now? You can't forget them chops, man.
Oh no, him and Quick had the best ones.
Man, look at John James. I think we got somebody already begging for a job over here. Which I mean, he's begging a lot of his life. But anyway, getting back to it, Cole said he beat you with a kendo stick.
Oh man, yeah.
What's your history with Koloff? He's my client now, so don't say nothing too bad about him.
I know I can't say. Hey, even if we did have something wrong, I could never say nothing bad about that guy.
Yeah, can't say anything too wrong about the Cookie Monster.
But no, me and him. I mean, we've shared the ring a couple times and worked with each other, and I mean, I think it was one of them nights where we had it was like me and Richard and Koloff and someone in like a street fight tag match or something, and I mean, we handed each other great ass whoopings, but the whole kendo stick, it was pretty rough.
All right, we got one off of YouTube. Thought y'all was working with Chambers. Why did that turn around a day after his show, you start a promotion.
Want me to cover that?
Little shots fired. All right, come on.
Shots fired already, and I was trying not to get on here and have a bunch of shots fired.
There's gonna be cannons fired tonight, buddy.
I see that. I mean, it was what it was at the show. I mean, it was just like any other show. I mean, yes, I'll take my part into not being the correct booker at the time and not reaching out to the talent. But I mean, whenever when we talked about it, he come to me and asked if I wanted to help out, and I told him yeah. But it took a lot of debating. But then whenever he tells me before we book the show, hey, where it's at and what this is for, I want to take over and kind of run it all by myself. So we ran with it, and when we got there to the show, it had its bumps and bruises, and then we just took it and done the best we could do with it. And I'm not pointing fingers. I mean,
you don't have to point fingers because you got to stop sugarcoating it, baby. You got to stop shit. We're on the British show. We lie. People are in here for the good stuff.
I mean, everybody made their mistakes. We all, did have a part in it. I will say communication, obviously, it failed. And it does start at the top. And unfortunately for Chambers, that is where the communication stems from, is from his communication to us. And he's a great guy. We love Chambers. That's what it is. He is a great guy. He is a great friend.
We got a Gulf Coast shoot show down here. Hey, y'all. New shit company for me to bury. All right, so we got the Gulf Coast.
You can go ahead and talk what you want to talk, Gulf Coast. I mean, it is what it is, but when it comes to it, when people see what actually goes on within the show.
Wow. Hadn't heard nothing out of them in a while. I need to find out who that is.
But the thing was, I mean, ever since I worked under Richard and I helped him do stuff for his shows that he ran, I've talked for the longest about trying to find a way to run my own shows. It was never, oh, well, let me go use Chambers, step on him, and use him as a platform to get where I want it to be. Like, I've talked for the longest to want to run my own stuff. And then when I got sidelined and I can't wrestle at the moment, me and Kylie started talking about trying to do stuff because she really fell in love with it when she got brought into it. So we finally decided, hey, let's take off and see what we can do with it.
Exactly. Here's the thing. I like Chambers too. Had Chambers on the podcast, promoted the show, and I enjoyed the show. Well, I hate collaborate. Yeah. Kenny Kraft. Hey, Trailer Park Trash. I guess he's talking to y'all. I know he ain't talking to me. But he is real Trailer Park Trash. There's no joking about that. I mean, like the trailer he lives in, he has to move wood out of the way just to get to it. But anyway, there's no hate in the situation, but kind of I want to explain how y'all came to get with Chambers and crossing Faith Wrestling League, and then kind of what led in what bubbled into the Coastal Wrestling Alliance happening.
I mean, Chambers had come over to our house one day and we was out back talking, and he just kind of asked, hey, God set this on him to start up the CFWL, and he needed someone to help him out and book the show and stuff. And after debating and talking a lot with my wife, I was like, yeah, I can help you out and stuff like that. So I got with him and we did what we could do for that show. I mean, like I said, it had its loss of communication. First time, him running, the first time me running, and like I said, I apologize to all the workers in the locker room that night also, I apologize for not being the greatest or whatever, y'all just work with us because this is our first time doing anything like that. And then once that got over with, me and my wife was sitting down talking, and she's like, well, I know you've been wanting to run your company for the longest time. And I was like, yeah. So we had talked about it, and she was like, we was watching Money in the Bank, matter of fact, and we ain't even really come up with nothing until late that evening when we got through watching Money in the Bank, and we come up with the CWA, Coastal Wrestling Alliance, and we just was thinking about, hey, what are the reasons why we're wanting to run it? And we was talking back and forth and came up with, we wanted to be like it was whenever I first broke in, and we're going to try our best to bring it back to that. And then CWA was born, and then we got heat from everybody talking about we used Chambers to start our own thing, and we called him a brother, and we screwed him over and all that. And that's nothing the way we was trying to plan it and see it for any of this to happen.
Yeah, I understand it. Shoot show. If you're in here again, come on, bring something else on because I want to find out who you are. I do agree with Shannon Henderson on this. Shoe show got to be Walter at this point. Yeah, I mean it's got to be. At this point, it's got to be.
And that's what was crazy. Even after the show, when Walter messaged, how the show went. I mean, I probably had in the back of my mind maybe he was part of that, and we even was like, hey, bro, yeah, it had its hiccups, but we pulled together and we put on a show for what it was worth. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it was a show. And I'll shout out to Shannon Henderson for helping us out with that and bringing the ring and working with us.
Because again, communication.
And then because communication failed on that aspect too. But I mean, we wasn't trying to give a lot of stuff out to where people could go, oh, well, don't work for Chambers or don't work for this guy or whatever. But I know what's going to happen. I mean, I know how the wrestling business is and how it works. I mean, the first false thing that happens or the first slip up and shit thing that happens, they're ready to talk about it and bust wide open against everybody.
We got another question coming up, and then I want to ask, who's Walter? You don't want to know, Jay. You don't want to know. Down here in the South, he's a little termite. You can't kill a roach. But I'll get into that. Yeah, it wouldn't take. You ain't got to take much to smack him. But another question, and I want to ask a question that I've been dying to ask that I have not talked about to y'all that I am going to dive into. But first, another question: should Chambers be a promoter?
I mean, he's got great ways of communicating with get people in, to literally talk to the wrestlers and get them in. It's just when it comes to the stress of everything, he's already got a lot going on in his own personal life that it causes a lot of issues on that aspect. But he's a great guy. Shannon says, hell no. I mean, but I really think that he needs more guidance than, just jumping out there and doing it. He definitely needed somebody that could have backed him up a little bit more on promoting it.
Poof, a roach. Yeah, well, he's a worm, but yeah. Jay, the thing is, the reason he comes up on here is I'm trying to get him on. I'm trying to get him on the podcast so he can finally face the tongue lashing that he deserves. But you got to have balls for that, and he don't have them.
Yeah.
This brings up my next question. Sounds like a scum bucket. Oh yeah, big time. No, he book Shug. All right. Yeah.
Book Shug, but we'd like to.
Anybody that wants to come our way, I mean, we can keep in touch with you and definitely use it.
Kim Grimes, baby's chiming in.
Hey, Mama. Right.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask this question one time, and I will determine. The lie detector will determine if you're lying or not. What's Walter's involvement in CWA?
Nothing but promoting on the internet, for him to.
Now, does he have access to your page?
No access to our pages. That is strictly between me, Jamie, and our audio director, Michael Miller. I give no passwords. I set up the whole page. Nothing goes out to anybody else but us three.
What's an audio director?
Huh?
What's an audio director?
So instead of a sound engineer, somebody who plays the music and stuff, he's actually going to be the one that will be dealing with all the music. He'll be setting everything up, making sure the sound quality is good within the room, making sure that, all of our equipment sound-wise is up for the show.
Now, is that the guy that looks like he's homeless? Is that the one?
He can sometimes. Michael can definitely look like he's homeless sometimes, but we love him.
Christina, Yeah,
I know
called
about
him.
Christina.
So anyway, moving on. So he's got no
No
connection
involvement
other than
whatsoever.
He has no control over any of this stuff. I ask him to just help push and share pages, and that's just what it is.
we need Trey Reed.
Oh,
I got
Shannon, you got to help us out. You're helping with the booking on that part.
yeah, Shannon. Oh, so Shannon's a booker.
Shannon is helping Jamie book the talent. He is.
That's another one that can't spell. What's he? How y'all writing his names down? I just want to.
I am. I'm writing all the names down. They just tell me.
Well, hey, Brandon, I mean, there's always a slot open for you too. You can come put your creativity into it.
Man, I ain't got no creativity. Do you see what I do on a weekly basis? I'm sitting here on a podcast talking trash. Do you think I got anything creative coming up? No, I mean, this thing goes off the rails every night. I can't keep this on the rails. How am I going to keep creative on the rails, huh? But you know, you never know what pops up with the Brilliant
Oh
One.
yeah.
Brilliant One, he may get, you know, oh, we got Braxton Hunter up in there. While we're following pages, follow mine. Follow Braxton Hunter. That's right.
I will follow Braxton Hunter. I would like to use him as well.
We will definitely get on that.
Come on, Pepto Bismol. Yeah. Y'all need the Brilliant One. Yeah, well, you know, everybody needs a little bit.
But Larry, I thought you were the Brilliant One.
I am the Brilliant. Book Diego. Oh, Dive Bomb Hill. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Diego Dive Bomb Hill.
We'll do.
I might slide through in the future. Hey, Jay, if you're ever down, let me know. I will connect you up with this.
Yeah.
We'll get you connected in. Jay also does work on some tights and stuff, and he does some pretty cool designs. Now, I don't know if he wanted me throwing that out there, but
hey, promote everybody while you can.
You know, so we'll get it out there because it's pretty good. But anyway, diving back in this. So, do we know when the Coastal Wrestling Alliance is going to have their first show?
Yes, we actually do. That will be September 13th in Saraland, Alabama at the Saraland Civic Center.
Wow. Look at that. September the 13th. That's a Saturday, right? Because we only have one Friday the 13th this year. Follow Alan Asian Allen here.
Asian Allen.
That's another great young and up and coming talent on this
yes,
scene.
Sir.
I don't think he's made his debut yet. He's still in training, I think. But I think he's on. What is this podcast? This podcast is about the owners of CWA. But Asian Allen, up and coming star on his way. Book him now while you can before he's on TV.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. We're trying to get talent from everywhere.
I'm in training.
He's in training, but he's going to be out very soon. I'm telling you, he's got talent up the yin yang. But anyway, so September 13th, Saraland Civic Center. Do we have a name for the event yet?
It is called the Warrior Nation Fight Night. It is a 50-50 benefit actually for Larry Bartlett is how we're doing it. It's the Warrior Nation Fight Night. Your general admission tickets are going to be $12 and your limited front row seating will be $15. But we have everything set, ready to go. We want to also help with Shannon and their promotion that they're doing June 28th for Larry as well. So
yes, and I'm about to bring that up here in just a second. Asian Allen seems familiar. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He is. Let's see, Hillbilly Joe. Okay, I have to go, but you're not the greatest manager, Brandon. Yes, I am, Hillbilly. Look, I don't even know how you got internet down there. I really don't. I mean,
Brandon's the top manager.
Yeah, there you go. See, even the Hillbilly.
Although I never made my way to Billion Inc.
Why are you kissing Brandon's ass?
I'm not kissing his ass. I never made it into Brilliant Inc., but I mean, I give props for props to do.
You know what? I'm gonna say something about Jamie right now. A few years ago, he came up to me and he goes, "Hey man, why ain't I in Brilliant Inc?" And I said, I don't know. You want to be in it? I would love to be. I said, I need somebody to bring me beers and, you know, take my clothes to get dry clean stuff. Jamie did all that. And I just never put him in Brilliant Inc. I don't know why.
See? And I was trying to be the right-hand man right there.
Well, I can put you in Brilliant Ink now, but there is no Brilliant Ink no more. So,
I mean, hey, it's all good. I mean,
but you can still take carry bags though. Good, right?
yeah, I mean, heck, I might be able to come up on the Brilliant Show and help out, be something like that, set up something for you or whatnot.
As always. Oh, hold on. Hello,
Oh,
can we be friends? Can we be friends? Asian Allen says. Nah, man, I guess, bro. Braxton says. Brilliant Ink sounds cool. They're good guys. Yeah, we're really good guys, Asian Allen. We're really good guys. Never cheated a day in our lives, man, and held all the gold for sure.
oh man.
Let me see. I'm trying to get this. Man, yeah, Shoot Show was in here. Made one comment and left. Guess he didn't have no balls either. I'm gonna get this thing pulled up for Larry here in just a second, because it is coming up June 28th.
Yes.
Mobile Fairgrounds, and I'm trying to find the flyer right now. I got so much stuff on here. I'm trying to just find the flyer for it, but it will be up June 28th. I'll try to find it here in a minute.
That'll be my first time.
Larry Bartlett down here in Mobile, Alabama. It's
Yeah.
a benefit for him. Remember to like the video as well. And never cheated once. Not once. Never cheated once. And most people that said I cheated, they can't even spell cheat. So yeah. Cousin Larry. Not Cousin Larry. Brilliant Ink was awesome. Yeah, it was.
Oh man, see, now we got all kind of Brilliant fans in the building.
Oh, we do. Oh, okay. Which shoot show was it? It was the Gulf Coast shoot show that was up in here, worming around.
If we all had them back in the day, it could have been Brilliant Ink versus the Sons of Old School.
Yeah, it could have. You know, my greatest incarnation of Brilliant Ink was Sing Pet, Murdo Brown. Murdo Brown's great. Y'all need to get him on the show.
Oh, he's actually is on September 13th. I think he's working June 28th as well.
Murdo's the man, and that carnation of Brilliant Ink was the best. It was just absolutely great. Let's see here. Brilliant marks. I know, ain't it crazy that I got marks? Hold on one second.
Dang.
Oh man, I had a
They
Yingling.
can't say Brilliant Ink marks. I was shouting out the Sons of Old School too.
Well, who's the Sons of Old School?
Oh man, that was a group back in the day with Chris Black, DJ, a guy named Billy Wayne, which was actually Richard Meltman's son. I got to be in it there for a little while.
Well, then it wasn't a group if you was in it.
Oh no, it was a group. If you would have been back in the day and seen me, whenever I got into the business, it would have been better than what you got to see me now.
Arcade, anime. Yeah, your stuff is good. It's Attitude Air Inspired. There's a lot of good stuff, Jay, that you showed me. Sons of Old School versus Brilliant. That would be pretty interesting. That would be. So we got Larry's show coming up June 28th.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great. It's going to be at the Mobile Fairgrounds. I'm trying to find the flyer. Somebody's got the flyer. They can, because I got it, but I don't know where it's at here.
Larry Bartlett's page has it.
Yeah, I'll look it up there and get it. But anyway, what are y'all going to be there June 28th?
Yes, sir. This will be my first match back in the ring in how long? About
almost since August of last year.
Since August,
a year.
Almost a year. I've been out, and it'll be my first match back.
Man, that's wild, Jamie. Been out a year.
August, September, yeah.
Maybe the AWF page as well. Yeah, I just got the poster. We're going to pull it up here in just a second. It's pretty. He used to get his ass kicked. He still does. I'm getting to making flyers and designs. Yeah, Jay, you got a lot of creativity. You're a very creative guy. Let's see here. So I'm gonna ask another question after we get done talking about this right here. As soon as I can get there, it is. All right, so we got the flyer for. I've got the flyer set up, so here we go. Can't. Oh, look at there! Look who's on the flyer, Jamie. I don't see you on there anywhere, buddy. But
Hey, that's
I see the
okay.
brilliant one right there. But yeah, you got
Oh
Zane
man, see,
Stevens.
hey, now they gonna have a good turnout because I see the brilliant one in the back.
That's right. You got Zane
Nah,
Stevens. Too
but I mean, I
quick.
also see Murdo, Jay Carter, Quick, T.Y. Stevens better than you.
Yeah. So there you go. We got a lot of good looking talent on the card that night. Should be a good benefit for Larry. Hopefully everybody come out and support it, and because cancer does suck. And
Yep.
hopefully we
F
can,
cancer.
all right. So now, who made this logo for you?
The one with the brains, my wife.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
What coloring book did you find this logo out of? I'm joking.
Technically, I use Canva designs.
Yeah. Well, all right. Anyway, I'm just moving on.
I know it's not the greatest, but it spoke to me when I was going through the designs on there. And I mean, I promise we got a better person. Mr. Andrew Hansen himself is going to be helping make the match cards and doing our graphics for our flyers. So we got him.
What's up, Luke Bates? They let you out of the nut house, I see. So Andrew Hansen, the wrestling enthusiast.
Yes. So we will be working with him to get the flyers and the matches and stuff made up and having all of that looking real nice.
It looks good. I'm just busting the chops.
You busting everybody's balls, but it's what you do. So
it is, people take it serious sometimes, like that Mr. Wet Gin on Friday commenting on my post. And
What was up with all that? I really got to ask that. I mean, I know we're on here trying to promote our stuff and answer questions, but what was up with all that?
So I'll go ahead and answer it for you real quick and easy. Sometimes I say things that I mean, and sometimes I say things I don't mean. And sometimes I say things I don't even know I say. I didn't even know I mentioned that dude's name. I really didn't, in a bad way, until I went back and looked at something and found out, there was a rumor going around about him and Walter. And apparently, I said something about it, and he got upset. But I invited him on the podcast. But he told me that he's out of the wrestling business. I said, this ain't a wrestling podcast. I said, this is an entertainment podcast.
Yeah.
I still don't want to come on it. I said, okay. So I'm still going to try to get him in. I got a couple other people coming in. So, got Matty Ice coming up.
Okay.
I say things and then I forget what I said. That's what I did, Jason. That's exactly what I did. But I mean, I go back and I find it, I said it, I own up to it.
At least it's not a magnolia. He's talking about our picture.
Well,
someone said at least it ain't a magnolia.
Well, that I guess that's true too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Luke Bates, you had stage 1 colon cancer, 6 years clear. Well, good. I'm happy to hear that.
Awesome.
Brandon has some strong opinions or says things in a joking and jabbing fashion. Some people got thick skin, some people skinless. That's true. That is
true. Very true.
My thing with it is, if I can't take it, why am I dishing it? There's no point. It's gonna get thrown back at me at some point. So why am I dishing it if I can't take it? So
that's so true. I mean, you gotta have, first off, we're in professional wrestling.
Okay? Yeah.
You gotta have thick skin.
And I think that's how me and Brandon got so close. The first time we met each other and he did something with me, I mean, I just took it and ran with it and really didn't care. And
well, I mean, look at what Rob used to do to me when I got pulled into
Yeah.
it. He used to pick at me all the time.
Rob Shivers was another guy that was like that.
Yeah, a lot of people got me and him confused there, and we joked about it one night in the locker room.
My daughter actually, after he passed away, we went and watched one of the shows, and you had come out, and she legitimately looked at me and she goes, "It's Rob." I'm like, "No, baby." I was like, "It's not."
I got several people that told me, man, like, you look like Rob Shivers, and then Rob got the same thing. You look like the Brilliant One, and then it was, I think it was the first DCW show under Tommy and Brent that I worked. When the ownership changed over, and me and him was in the same locker room that night. And that's the only time that me and him has ever been in the locker room together. Anytime we've ever met, we've talked on the phone. We talked many times, but that was the first time. And I don't think it's very long after that's when he passed away. And man, I hate that happened. I'd like to got to do some work with him because he seemed like a nice guy, and he could dish it out too. I liked how
Yeah,
he
he could dish it out. There's many clips and videos that I did for APW where I got in his face with the camera and he dished it out. He pushed the camera out of the way. We get in it, but it was fun. It was always entertaining.
Well, that goes back to what Brandon just said. We're in professional wrestling. We're in the wrestling business.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you got to be able to take it.
Well, I mean, first off, if you can't take it and you're here, I mean, and I'm gonna break a little more kayfabe here. If you can't separate yourself from the character, your personal life, and you let the wrestling side leak into your personal life, and by that I mean you let what somebody you don't know say bother you and all this.
Yeah.
And
And that's funny that you say that, Brandon, because I don't think I was ever a character.
well, you couldn't
wanted to be
spell character, so yeah, you wasn't a character.
like I never really. I was always myself. Like, because people ask me, where did Jamie Powell come from? Like, how did you create the name? What? But it was like it was always me. Like, it never was a different person. Like, I just what you seen is what you got. It was just me with a different name. Like, it never was, oh, well, let me put this to this thing that I'm coming up with and let me create this for this. I mean, it was just the fact of, my name's James Grimes, and then my family called me Jamie because I wasn't a second or a junior named after my dad. And then at one of the shows I was on with Richard, he was like, that I didn't even know I was working. It was like my second or third match. And he's like, hey, you look like a guy that I know named Jim Powers. So just go out there and use Powell. Like, I didn't even have a name created or my bag or nothing when I had that match. And it was actually me and DJ working Quick and his son Billy Wayne. And they come up with that name sitting in the locker room. So that's where Jamie Powell came from. But I never really tried to put anything into it. It was me.
I mean, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You're separating those two
Yeah.
people. Steve Dixon's got a question that you've already talked about, but I guess he's a little slow, so we'll get it out there. No, that's not Steve Dixon. That's Steve D.
Wow.
When did you first start wrestling? He probably don't remember,
You were 14 this one time. You said you can't.
Well, see, we ran with something that Tony said, and he said I started with him and trained with him at 14, but I don't think that was the case. I mean, because like, even when I broke in, I think you had to be 16 to start training anyway, not unless your parents talked to the trainer or whatever. But I mean, it was around probably 2007 or 8 that I started training, and probably a year after that, I actually started having my wrestling matches because, like, they never, like, whenever you trained back then, like, you had to train for a whole year, and your trainer had to know that you could actually put on a match, call a match before you even stepped foot in a ring to do a show. All you did back then after you got through training was set the ring up, take the ring down, put chairs out. You put together the show and took down the show. I mean, you really paid your dues when I started.
Yeah, some of them don't pay their dues now, do they?
I mean, I hate to be the one to say it, but yeah, I mean, it seems like it's like that at certain areas and certain places.
Yeah, it really is. So let me ask you this. Shannon Henderson. Now, I remember you talking trash about him about a couple weeks ago in my inbox when we were talking, and I mean, you was really just dogging him, and now you're working with him. What's up with that? No, I'm just joking. What's your thoughts with here's Michael right now. The homeless guy showed up. I guess he does have access to something there, but
He finally came in the chat.
Well,
He must
see,
have woke up.
what had happened is, I mean, we say he's homeless, but really Larry just gave him a spot to stay for a little while. So, I mean, he's got a spot to stay. That's probably why he's on the podcast right now.
Asian Allen's got a question. Now, I don't know
Fine
if you know what
dude.
that.
Oh man, I mean,
No,
the fine dudes. I
dude.
mean,
'Cause he's
oh
new. He's new.
wow. I mean, when I broke in, dudes was helping set up the ring, helping take the ring down, help set up chairs, help put the show together, like with the ring, the chairs, the locker room, and take everything apart. Help, with the music and take it down, put it up. I mean, just whatever your trainer needed you to do, or whatever the promoter needed you to do, that's what you did to pay your dues. Whenever I broke in, and I mean, I'm guessing it's still the same way now at some shows. I really ain't for sure because I mean, I've been out for a year and I just never really tried to go to different shows and watch different shows. But yeah, dues are a bit of a myth after a certain point because after you're a certain point and you've been in the business for a little while, you don't have to pay dues anymore. But when you first
So
break in as a screen guy, I guess it's all according to your trainer on what they want you to do.
And Michael says he was moving his cardboard box.
Oh,
how did you afford cardboard? That's expensive stuff, man. But anyway, let me ask you this. Now you talk about paying dues. Asian Allen, like I said, he's an up and coming star.
yeah,
He made the debut, still training. He's just kind of wanting to learn, some of the aspects of what the wrestling business is.
yeah.
Now, I don't know where Allen or Asian Allen trained, but like DCW, they got their thing, the Diamond Mine Wrestling Academy. Other places have training facilities. Is CWA going to have a training facility?
I would love for that to happen. I mean, I think I can. Well, once we get through these first few shows of this first show and see how big it gets or can get, I mean, I would like for that to happen.
There, Asian Allen, here's something for you to learn. That is the truth. Sit down, shut up, and learn. That is.
Thank you, DJ.
Yep.
That's the best thing advice you could get from anybody.
It's Asian Allen. He hadn't even debuted yet.
And just be a sponge.
I ended up doing light.
Aight.
Oh, see, I'm blind. So
We know. We know.
we know. Yep, we know. I'm blind. I'm good with it. I mean, I did marry him, so I got to be somewhat blind, right?
I know.
Big time. Like I had to change my camera lens on here because he broke my TV when it come on. He owed me a TV.
Man.
I was busy doing things this weekend. You wasn't sleeping? Was you engineering some sound or something? Here's Jason. Let's see what Jason got to say. Paying dues, man. Sometimes that means ref on the match, wrestling 2 or 3 matches under different things, putting up rings, tearing down rings, putting up the seats, going out and posting the city. I mean, yeah, all that. Let's see what Shannon Henderson's got to say. He's always bright. Yes, you did. You was around this long before you ever started training. Shannon, how do you know? You were still in your daddy's ball sack while he was trying to get here. Amy's what, 50? So I mean,
man, much love for Dwayne. Much love.
We got to get Shannon back on here too. We got some other things we didn't talk about. Lead the locker room better than you found. That is true. you know, and always have respect for the building that you are
Oh,
in.
yes, sir.
I was visiting someone. Oh, okay. Now, when this does get started, CWA gets started, you got your what's he again? Michael, what is he on the
The audio director.
audio director? Okay, I got to learn
Well, I
these
mean,
new
whatever
things.
you want to name him, Brandon.
Sound man, audio director.
You give him a name, we'll run with it.
Now, when you get this company up and running, you have your first show. Is your audio director? Are y'all gonna have him a place to stay, or is he gonna have to stay in that cardboard box that he's been dragging around?
It depends on how well he does the first show.
You might
Michael, I'll
not
go
have a
ahead and
ride
tell you.
home.
Michael, I'll go ahead and tell you. Go find. Well, we know how it works with some shows first night, right? Michael was sound engineer there, right?
Yep.
So he moved from Florida to Alabama. But anyway, you got to get him like one of them garbage cans, man. Like the ones the truck pick up. That is spacious. It'll work out just fine for him. Yeah. All right. All right. So, is anybody got any questions for Jamie and Kylea here that you want to ask? And we talked a little bit about Murdo Brown's on the show. Is there anybody else you can tell us who's on the show and give us a
I will say this: we do plan for September 13th. We got some females. We've got Kimber Fox, and we've actually got a girl. She's coming all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Alexandra Quinn, and she trained under Aaron A.R. Fox. And so she's coming all the way from there to go against Kimber.
We got Asher Andrews, Brimstone.
Who?
We got Asher Andrews. We got Brimstone.
Brim
Well,
who?
I mean.
Who?
Oh, hey, look. I mean, if you don't know him, then hey.
He's the
Maybe
shooting
you-
star of the Gulf Coast. You got to say it that way. You can't just say Brimstone.
Star of the Gulf Coast.
Well, the star of the Gulf Coast, Brimstone. My
No.
bad.
No, see, there you go. You're not listening. You're not coachable. I said the shooting star, not the star. The shooting
star, one of the best that we got going today besides Koloff and.
Now he's just kissing ass.
Yeah, he is.
But no, I mean, and then I'm in talks with Too Quick. Well, we got a lot of good people coming.
Oh, we got a very good question here. Just now saw this. Will there be pay-per-views?
I'm not gonna write checks my ass can't cash, so I'm not gonna try to do something that I could not afford and be able to do.
There you go. That's smart. Some of these locations are historical. There are buildings that maybe only so many shows left to be had at. The stadiums, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that is it. That's a great deal there, Jay.
Yeah.
On, Larry. I think y'all need to book Brandon Turner. Man, why does everybody want to book Brandon Turner?
Well, no, you're booked if you want to be booked, Brandon.
Right, my fee's $1,000.
Okay, well,
I
we
need
can.
$10. $10 for everybody that wants an autograph too.
Okay, there you go.
Don't.
Well, maybe if you can sign all them autographs and get your $1,000, you're there.
Shannon, didn't nobody ask you about nothing? I'm trying to get them to spoil the advice. And what did you say? A hot dog and a handshake?
Hot dog and a handshake. That's what it always is.
That's all you can get, Brandon.
Oh, all right. Larry Bartlett, hey, I don't eat hot dogs though.
Well,
y'all have hamburgers?
We might make one just especially for you.
Okay, well, if y'all do that just especially for me, I like sausage dogs too, though. But all right. So anybody else got some questions? We're gonna have to get something rolling here because Jamie's got bedtime coming. He's got to eat his bread pudding. Nursing home's coming up.
Oh man.
Now what made you decide? Now, Kylea, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, did you fall and hit your head? What happened when you saw Jamie? Was it you fell and hit your head? You kind of got a little dizzy there.
I mean, I was working the food industry, so all the stress of dealing with normal everyday people kind of messed with my head for a while. But when he legitimately came in to the place that I was working at that day, I don't know, it was just something that clicked, I guess, something that just felt right. And then come to find out, as we started talking more, I actually knew Richard from the bars here in Mobile from Runway when Richard used to do security. And there's been times where Jamie and I have actually been playing pool at the bar right next to each other and didn't even know it.
Wow, that's why. JB, you're right. Jamie, y'all remember this? No soy boy burger. I don't do soy boy burgers.
Okay. Well, make sure it's real beef.
There you go. Please do. Oh, we got another one begging for a job. Roger Dunn over here. Hope to get to work with y'all. Oh,
Well,
Roger.
we
Him
keep
and
him in
Michael
mind.
hang
We'll
out,
keep him
don't
in
they?
mind.
Him and Michael hang out, don't they? And they got the cardboard, right?
I don't know what they got going on.
I mean, you could have a sound engineer or wait, I'm sorry, audio director and you know,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, Sing Pet? Have you checked out Asian Allen yet?
Saying Pet, what you mean? What the F is this? Yeah.
He just tuned in. He don't know what's going on. People asking for jobs. Yeah, she does. I mean, yeah. Oh, here's my. How do you plan to stand out from the other promotions around the area? Well, first off, they've already stood out. They got an audio engineer and yourself who carries a cardboard box. That's already stamped. But now answer the question seriously.
I mean, personally, for me, with us standing out, it's the fact of we want to try different things. So, we want to do matches that aren't seen regularly. We want to do mix different styles of matches and bring in different, talent from all over the area. Not everybody wants to see the same talent all the time.
Okay. Who are you
That's how I see us standing
Who are
out.
you referring to on that? I know you got somebody you're referring to on that. So go ahead, Jamie, spit it out. This is now the time of the place.
No, I mean, we just want to bring in different
Come
people
on,
from.
Junior.
We just trying to bring in different people from different areas, and I'm not. Like she said, we don't want to book like the same people that everybody sees. But if we got a storyline going on with someone, they will be there for us. It ain't no shootout to any of the workers that are down here or anything, because I love all the workers down here and want to use all of them. But I mean, when you go to one place and see uh, these guys in semi mains, main events, or even in opening up the show or whatever, I don't need, when the fans come to our show, I just don't want to make them watch the same thing, or I want them to see something different or whatever. So we're going to
Shout
try to,
out.
be different for in certain aspects. But I mean, I know it's going to be hard to try to be different, but we're going to try our best to, try to stick out and not be the same.
Yeah, hey, that's the way to do it. Larry Bartlett, shout out to Andrew Hanson, the wrestling enthusiast, for the artwork for
Yes.
the AWF benefit for him on June 28th, the fairgrounds. If you want to go ahead and check out a little bit of that artwork, Andrew Hanson does a lot of artwork.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Oh, most definitely. And he's awesome at it.
He really is. That is June 28th, Mobile Fairgrounds. It's AWF's Warrior Mania. Gonna check it out. Y'all got something coming up similar to the benefit, September the 13th. We'll probably get more into details on that as we get closer to September.
Yes.
And let's go back here. DJ Cowboy Billy Wayne. What did you second on? Here we go. Braxton Hunter. Hook up with local dispensaries and get pre-rolls for the boys. There you go.
Okay.
Second that Thomas says. Why are you laughing, Kylea? Why are you turning away?
Because I love Thomas, and I mean he is awesome. He's been a great friend,
He was
and
on the show not too long ago.
yep, they were on the show not too long ago, and I absolutely love Thomas. They're great.
Do we
Do you
have any
have any
sponsors?
sponsors yet?
We are looking for sponsors. You know, we're
Well, you've
definitely
already got one. You got one. Your first one.
got the first one.
That's right. The Homeless Brigade.
but
No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. We'll go ahead and
we
lay
are
it down
we're
here. Now, I don't know if you're gonna get no money from this sponsorship, but we'll go ahead and lay it on out there. You can promote my name there. The Brilliant
oh
Show.
yeah. I
The
mean I
Brilliant Show
plan
is gonna
to
endorse WWE. I mean, what's the name of the company again? I forgot.
CWA.
Oh, CWA. I'm just joking. I remember what it was.
I mean, we know you have ADHD, so you can forget and shiny things happen all the time.
Big time. I have ADHD really bad. Bring
I think
back
DJ Moody
balls
keep
and
on putting Cowboy Billy Wayne up here. What's up with that?
Actually, speaking of the bras and panties matches, I just talked to mysterious Tiffany Black herself today about one of those matches.
Tiffany Black. That's throwing up an old name there, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a very good friend. Actually, our daughters are best friends. So yeah, I was talking with her today about one of the matches that they had done, and it was her and Brittany in the semi main, and it was at a fair that Pharaoh had done,
Oh,
and
is that
they had about 400 people, but come to after the semi main, they only had 50 people left after Brittany and her were doing their match. Hey,
there's
Andrew.
Andrew. Well, Brittany was talking about Tiffany the other night on her podcast about a week or so ago. So,
Yep.
oh, Brittany. Yeah, that was the same
I
one.
mean, when we do book the females, if they're comfortable with it and want to do it, I mean, yeah, we can
I'm sure you'd like to see that.
bring. I mean, it's not even just me. I mean, I can wear, blindfold and let the crowd see it. I
Yeah,
mean, then
right.
you'll be happy because it brings money in.
I will be happy because
You
it
have
brings
the
me
Cotton Candy Company.
Yeah, we have some kind of, the Cotton Candy Company. I don't know if they're like sponsoring or if they're just sending us cotton candy to sell at the shows at the
Jay
concession
says he'll
stand or
wear
what.
some panties himself. Put me in, coach. He gonna wear some panties. Hell, if he wears them, then there's several other people that'll wear them. Look,
But
he's booked. How many titles are you planning on going through? All right, that's what I want to get to. We gotta
yes,
get you your better half back over here because you're killing my camera. But we gotta get her back over here. We gotta talk about this. That's something I want to bring up. Why do you
well,
gotta have 20 titles for one company? Are you gonna have 20 championships for one? You gonna put a
no, we
title
are
on
not going to have
everybody?
20 championships going. We are not going to, as we bring in, we will see how everything is. I know we'll have a heavyweight title. We'll have the men's heavyweight title, the women's heavyweight title. I mean,
we got a special
if
title.
we can get tag teams to come in and stuff like that, because I do want to have tag teams, we'll have the tag team titles, and they'll have like, uh, I guess you'd say your workhorse title, like the Intercontinental title, and then for the men and for the women's. And then it was, the guy that you said that stays in the cardboard box or whatever, our audio director, he came up with a special title, and I ain't for sure what he called it, but it's gonna have the 24/7 rule endorsed to it. I'm guessing from
So the
the
homeless
way he was
title.
explaining it.
Well, this is a good title name. The CWA World Universal Intergalactic Super Heavyweight Championship of the World.
Hey, Andrew, that is a very good name. It's very long, but it's very good.
Well, you're the
That's
one that's
right.
going to be announcing it, so
I know. I got to be announcing
I
that.
just
That's gonna
announced
be.
it. The CWA World
Mhm.
Universal Intergalactic Super Heavyweight Champion of the World.
Well, hey, Brandon, you might have a job.
So I can't stand this, Jamie. I can't stand when somebody in the independent wrestling company that wrestles in the middle of Mississippi and gonna call their title a world title, or the middle of Alabama or the middle of Florida and call it a world title, it's only defending that one state. How is that a world title?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
I don't
Come
I
on
don't
now.
understand. I mean, it's different definitely if you're traveling, but with it just being stuck around this area now.
and it might not even be a world title that it's called. It might just be the CWA heavyweight title, you know? Because I
Yeah,
know I'm like you.
that's
If
all
you're
it
not
needs to be,
traveling
a
around the world,
heavyweight. Yeah, whatever. It don't need world. But look, Andrew Hansen's making a bold claim here that Asian Allen is actually Sing Pet. I don't believe that. Sing Pet
oh
don't.
man, I ain't in. I don't know myself.
Let's see here. You don't know
Like
much
I said,
again.
whenever I was out and been out for a year, I was really debating if I wanted to still stick with wrestling or start a new journey. So, I mean, I ain't been keeping up with anything.
Yeah, you need. This is my thing. I think you need 3 titles. I think that's the main goal. Is 3 titles. You have a CWA Heavyweight Championship. You have that mid card title, and you have the tag team titles. That's it.
Yes.
Because when you have 5 titles on a show that has 6 matches, you know, the championships are not as prestigious. They don't
No.
mean as much.
And I agree. And that's what I was, we was debating on all that when we was coming up with all this on, how many titles are we going to have? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? And I mean, I've had to, when
Well,
I was
in
a
a woman's
sponge back
show.
in the day, I had to kind of think about a lot of stuff and get creative for the first time in my life.
So y'all at the Crossing Faith Wrestling League, y'all got to be around Bobby Fish, huh?
We
Yes,
did.
sir. Great guy.
Let me ask you this: who is Bobby Fish?
From the fact of talking with the associative pastor of the church, he's actually the one that brought in Bobby Fish.
No,
He
women's title, women's title. No, I mean that's fine with that. What I'm saying is I don't even know who Bobby Fish is. I'm buying a ticket to the show that's free, but I don't know who Bobby Fish is. Who's Bobby Fish? Where did he come from?
honestly, we didn't know until that night, and I'm still a little unsure. I knew he wrestled back in the day and he does ministry speaking and stuff now, but I'm still a little unsure of myself of exactly where he.
Now, Bobby Fish was in. I had to take him down because they can't hear me, so I was gonna make it a little interesting. Bobby Fish was actually in AEW and WWE. Now we're gonna bring them back to see if they know. Hey, how are y'all?
Yeah.
So he wrestled back a while ago. Did you know that he was in AEW or WWE?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him at NXT and stuff with, I can't remember the name of the group
Look,
they
he
was in,
finally got out of the screen there. Finally got
but
out of the screen.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I
We
didn't.
know,
I mean,
we
I
know
knew
you.
he was at WWE at NXT with Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roger Strong. I can't remember the name of the group they were in, but I mean, I knew he came from there.
Will there be
And he was
tournaments
in
for
a
his
couple other
title?
places. Will there be tournaments for each title and the tag team titles? I mean, yeah, for some there will be tournaments, and for some it might be something different to be able to get the title.
Yeah, why not have a title for men and women to contest for? Well, we've already got the men's title set up. Jay brought up a good idea. Why not do a bra and panties title match? Have a bra and panties title. That may
Well,
work. Jamie
I
was all
mean,
for it.
we could use the Braun Pennies match to declare the woman's title.
He is. I know. I was just messing with Jamie and him, Shannon. Shannon don't want you to give away nothing. Skeet, skeet. I mean,
Like,
I thought you said skeet skeet there for a second.
Oh
Undisputed
man,
era.
Brandon.
Undisputed era. That is right, JB. Undisputed
Yeah,
era.
And I mean, unfortunately for me, I don't know a lot with that because I followed it, but my main ones that I did follow was the Divas, or I followed Shawn Michaels, the Hardy Brothers. You know, those were a lot of who I followed with wrestling. And then ended up being where I didn't follow as often or as much as I would have loved to doing it due to life got in the way and having kids.
You had kids?
I have
Yeah.
4. We have
got-
4 kids.
Wow. You know how many kids I got? I got 12. One for every day of the month.
Yep.
Or every day. I mean, every month of the year. Look at me. I'm talking.
Yeah, one for every month of the year.
So Undisputed Era had one of my favorite entrance things. They did. That was a great one. And they also did the War Games, which was just tore it up.
yeah.
We're going to get to some questions here, and then we're going to get back to talking about you. I'm seeing the Hardys in August. Yes, at Limitless Wrestling, the Vacation Land Cup up in Maine. Randy Carver runs that. Great promotion. We're going to get some of their guys on here very soon as well. Brian Payne's matches in 25 shouldn't be a thing. Well, they are. Apparently, that's what Jamie wants. Jamie is very much about it. He's been talking about it. After you left, he was just saying, "We're gonna book that. I'm gonna take care of that."
Oh, I'm sure he was. I mean, I know this. I don't
No.
it don't doubt me at
If
all.
the females are comfortable that get booked on the show and the wife's comfortable, I mean, we still got to keep it kind of right for the kids that are in the show to where the parents don't go
Please
crazy.
do, Jay. Please do. We'll
Very much
continue.
our shows are very family friendly. We want, with us having 4 kids, my 13-year-old helps with a lot of what goes on
I mean, Bob
with the show.
Candies is family friendly, right?
Totally.
I mean, you get. I mean, this. Yeah.
But it's between the family friendly and then as well as, making sure that the females feel comfortable within the business as well. Because, yes, WWF started. Sex sells. When they brought the divas and everything, sex sells. We get
Remember
it. But
Jamie?
Kimber Fox, Jamie.
Kimber, don't kill me, but I mean, what does the fox say, Kimber?
Yeah. Hold on. We gotta get that up there. Kimber. Hold on.
Are you Brent? No, we're not
No.
Brent.
I would not ever do that to y'all.
No, Kimber.
Oh, look at this. Backtracking. We got him. We caught him. Backtracking. Oh my God. We would never do that. You, if you're comfortable with it.
Hey, look, I mean, like I said, if anybody was comfortable doing it, they go out there and do it if they want to. I mean, I'm not going to force them to do anything.
Brian Payne matches are a no. Kimber says no.
Got you.
And
Yeah,
we
so-
respect our workers. We respect what they ask of us, and that's all we ask in return is respect.
Kimber, I got a question since you're watching. I got a question.
What about a evening gown match?
Did Brent try to have bra and panties matches?
I gotta know that too. Brent
He
asked me to
did?
have.
What?
Oh, wow.
Kimber, you didn't say that on the podcast. We got to get it. We got to.
We apologize for that, Kimber. We would not do that. Wow, holy crap.
I love that. Oh, you can't even see my beard.
That's
So-
some tea that was not shared.
Yeah, so technically, is that Brent or Scott that did that?
Look, sex sells, but it's demeaning.
You're right. It is, and that's why we're not doing it. Yes, WWF's. I know we love you too.
Hold on, I'll clear this up. I was joking.
Yeah.
It was a joke. It was not being serious about that. Here's the thing: the women's division nowadays is way beyond.
Oh, yeah.
anything they used to do in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, the talent is so much more. Like we were just watching Jody at NHW last night. We were watching BB last night. I mean, the talent is so much more than what it was back in the 2000s.
It really was. And Kimber, I'm gonna say this right quick. I bet you wasn't shocked. I'm gonna say this right quick. Look at the name you said. Here's the problem with wrestling. All right. or with this deal. All right, so here's the thing with Brent. It doesn't surprise me because he watched the Attitude Era. That's
Yeah.
we all watched the Attitude Era except for
Yep.
Jamie apparently. But here's the thing. It was okay for that time. It's not okay in 2025.
No.
It's a totally different because the women athletes nowadays are just on a different level. They're great.
Yes.
But it was demeaning back then. But at that time, it was a different era.
It was.
See, Brent is still stuck in that different era.
Well, and we want to. You're right, and we want to showcase their athleticism, not their bodies.
He is a creeper, Kimber. But I look at it this way. Damn, y'all got a kayfabe, man. You only Shannon Henderson has been on here trolling. Let me just say, Shannon Henderson's been on here trolling, but he's up in here breaking kayfabe all night on his podcast.
Look, I ain't gave nothing away. I just said who was going to be on the card and stuff like that. I ain't said what they were doing.
He don't even know what's going on.
No, you're right, Kimber. We aren't him, and we will never be him.
No, there ain't nobody him.
Yeah,
that's a
because I will have women's matches that are semi-main or main events. Just because the women's has is a whole lot different nowadays.
Well,
and they have earned that right to be there.
Yeah, they have. Well, let's just put it this way, Jay. I'll say this off yours right here. Women, I mean, it's demeaning to women and comfortable, yes, but you're right. The thing is that they chose that for themselves, but most of them chose that and have made themselves famous because of that. We look back, you see Sable. What is she famous for? I can tell you right now, 1998, I'm 15 years old, and she takes off her bikini top and she's got handprints across there.
Yep. I remember that.
That was one of the biggest moments in wrestling back then. She wanted to do it. She got paid to do it. A lot of money to do it. She got rich. Playboy and stuff. That's what happens. There's plenty of shows where the women killed it consistently more than the guys. Yes. I'll say this.
Most definitely.
Yes.
And that will be women in semi-mains and main events and doing bigger things than just opening up the show or lower card status.
Men are already in panties, but
yeah, well,
You're all right, Kimber. Men are in
panties. Yes. They also don't have no balls either.
Men are already in panties. We do wear, those Speedo type.
Yeah, fully.
Mae Young did. Mae Young got famous wearing bra and panties and showing her ha-has on TV in the Royal Rumble 2000.
Oh, yeah, I remember that as well.
I'll do anything that entertains people because at the end of the day, have you ever seen my wrestling outfit?
Oh, we have.
Actually, I just saw it the other day. The pink onesie outfit with the straw sticking out the top. Yep, I saw that.
See, and that's the thing. You need to get back into that, Brandon, and work another match.
Hey, if you can find the right opponent, because I'm gonna just say this, man. There's not many of us on my level. You got to get somebody like Kurt Angle to get in there with me.
Okay.
Because that's when it comes down to it, man, I'm just a little bit higher than most. Just my skills just outperform everybody. I just
okay.
Well, hold on. Brandon wears his grandma's clothes. No, I wear my grandpa's clothes, not my grandma's.
Oh, so Brandon, you're like a
versus Leo. I am a big proponent of you. Why do you want to beat me up, son?
Leo Riot.
I was just talking about this.
We was just talking about the Riot brothers and wanting to use them.
Well, Leo is the best Riot ever. Then you got Paul, and then you got Sammy.
I just actually friended the Riot
I've
brothers
actually been
Leo
on a few shows with Paul and stuff, and worked with him and stuff like that. And I mean, they're great workers.
Yes, they are. I love Leo and Paula and Sammy. Great talent, great people. It was the wrestling outfit that don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It was it is. I came out. My wife told me. It's funny. I walked through the curtain, and I've already told this story on here, but I walked out of the curtain at the Mississippi Rumble with that outfit on this past year, and they had a spotlight, and it spotlighted on me, and you couldn't see nothing but the outfit because I'm so white. Like literally, I turned into Casper the Friendly Ghost. Like all you could see was a walking onesie. But anyway, Leo and them are great. Let's see what Jay say. Brandon dressed like he did. Yeah, that is true. A lot of my stuff is out there.
Am I on your level, Brandon?
No, Overton, we've already been in the ring, Overton. Look, and my
How'd
chest
that turn out?
Huh?
How'd that turn out with you and Overton?
My chest is still hurting, and we're 2 years removed from that. So yeah,
those are the snacks you hear around the world.
Let me just tell you, I have all the respect in the world for Alexander Overton. Great guy.
Yes.
Great talent. Now, can't take nothing away from him. And miss seeing him. I'd love to see him here and there because I hadn't seen him in a while. But Overton, one of my favorites.
I would love to have him come to one of ours too.
Now, Overton, if you're willing to, Overton, we may need to talk about getting you on the podcast, brother.
Oh
yeah.
I need. Here's another one of my favorites: Murdo and Leo. Murdo Brown and Leo Wright would be a good match. I love.
That would be.
Oh man, Murdo. Well, Murdo, I mean, hey, you don't ever know what could happen at CWA.
Yeah, you never know with Murdo though. Murdo is a shooting star, and so is Leo. Don't lie to him. Oh, by the way, Asher sitting there talking about that. Kimber's
saying, "Hey, go on with yourself. Ain't nobody want to hear you talking."
All right, I'm gonna wrap this up in about when I get ready. You're encouraging it. I am. When are you? No, not when. It's when are you going to
WHEN?
Yeah, when. WIN. When are you going to do a show? September 13th, Roger. Show up. And you won't get paid. Turned his chest into Rice Krispie treats. Yeah, he did. He did. Turdo.
Oh Lord.
Murdo, let's do it. I can tell you this right now, Leo. You and Murdo would kill it. You know what? We're gonna talk about that off there as well.
Yeah.
The Breeze Show has a big announcement coming up soon.
Oh man.
Yeah. Next CWA World Champion. What
you
gonna
keep dreaming.
Didn't you have a shot at being the CFWL Heavyweight Championship too?
He did.
Murdo.
Soldier took that from him.
He did. Let him show up. He'll get turned around quick. Are you going to turn him around, Kim?
He's talking about
that. No, I know who she's talking about. Talking about homeless Jimmy. But anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm off the rails again. I'm gonna get me a T-shirt made off the rails with the Brady Show.
The train just derailed completely.
Well, that's because I done moved on to IPAs now. If you can see the can, I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
we tried finding Stone Cold Steve Austin.
If anybody, I'll say this: if anybody finds Stone Cold Steve Austin's IPA, the IPA, not the Pilsner, not the lager or whatever.
Yeah,
the IPA.
And you find it, you let me know, and I will pay you for it. Maybe
we had took a trip to Arizona and went straight through Texas, and he looked it up in the stores that said they had it. They didn't have it no more. They said you got like a special order it or something.
Oh well, somebody special order it for me, and I'll pay for it. But because it used to be in Tennessee too.
Yep. Yeah, they pull from what the store said, they pulled it off the shelves. They do like special times that they'll have it. But they were like, we'll order it for you. And I'm like, well, if we didn't live in Alabama.
Yeah, that's the thing is like with ordering it, like you can't ship to Mississippi.
Nope.
You can't even ship it to a liquor store here.
Nope.
And all I wanted to do is just try it. I mean, damn, it's a beer. Are we living in the Prohibition era? No. You should be able to give me some beer. I'm 21. Anyway.
So if we get you Steve Austin's Stone Cold Steve Austin's IPA, you'll come to a show, right?
Oh yeah, you give me an IPA, I'll be there. Brandon Turner.
You have to do the brilliant talk show in the middle of the ring.
You have to do the talk show in the middle of the ring.
Let's go ahead and book it.
Brandon Turner's drunk.
The Brilliant Show will be September 13th. Hopefully. We'll go ahead and say September 13th. Brian, here's another great talent. This is a good kid, too. Brian Boudier. Bladier.
September 13th.
September 13th in Saraland, Alabama.
At the Saraland Civic Center.
I'll tell you what, you get me a good guest that I can trash talk in the middle of the ring. We'll open the show with the Brilliant Show. Or not even to open the show. We'll do it during not intermission.
I mean, we could do some Hunter Hendricks. He's got some good.
Who?
Hunter Hendricks.
Hunter Hendricks will be on here in a couple weeks.
I know he will. I'm looking forward to that one. We just saw him last night, and he was hilarious.
How about this? Who would you like to trash talk with?
Walter.
Oh, I know. We got to get him on your show somehow.
Yeah, I don't think so. You got to grow balls, and they got to drop.
Yeah.
But anyway, and here's the thing. Oh, hold on. My Homeless Miller's got something to say. All right. Well, there you go. You go to Indiana. You get that. I'll be on CWA's first show, Mr. Audio Director.
Well, technically, if she's still in the chat, I don't know if she is, but Miss Christina Miller's still in Indiana. And if I can get her down here for September 13th to do some camera work for me, I'll have her bring some.
There you go. Get the IPA, bring it down. I'm going to have to drink it in the middle of the ring now. Does that matter?
Nope.
All right. So I'll have me a cup of Stone Cold's IPA. I'll have a deal because I'm going to do a live show with June 28th at the Mobile Fairgrounds.
There you go.
Yep.
So I will be there for Larry's stuff. We're going to be doing the live Brilliant Show there. Maybe it gets off the rails at the Mobile Fairgrounds, June 28th. Hunter Hendricks. Hunter Hendricks is all prodigy, no apology, baby. I like Hunter. Hunter Hendricks is a bitch. God, man, what is Hunter? What's the problem with Hunter?
I don't know.
Actually, speaking of that, I upset him last night because I told him that Kimber could put him in a headlock again if he wanted to keep trash talking.
Murdo Brown spawned me in car. That's a good one, Hunter. Let's see. They are $15 each for a 4-pack. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and throw this out there, Michael Miller. And you listening. Are you listening? If you can have me, what is it? Broken Skull IPA?
Yeah.
Yep.
Broken Skull IPA. If I don't care when you get it. I'll be at the show September 13th. You get it. But if you get it, Michael Miller, and this is video proof, I will give you $100 for a 4-pack.
Hey, that might actually buy him a better box.
No, that's not going to buy him a better box. I didn't say I was going to give it to him. I said I was going to give it to Christina. But he'd still be living in that box. All right, let's see here. We got to get back. $15 each. If you actually do the show live at CWF,
I'll even come to do your podcast either before, during, or after the show in person. Ooh.
all right. All right, Jamie, we already got it made right now.
All right.
September 13th, Brandon Turner and Alexander Overton in the ring.
All right.
It's made. So there you go. I mean, we can have some other stuff too, but if Overton's willing to do it September 13th and Sarah Land at the Civic Center in September 13th, we're down.
We're down. If we'll set it.
I'll tell you what, I'll even do this. We'll even let Overton chop me again. At the end of the interview with Overton, I'll let him give me a chop. Now, y'all may have to have like an ambulance or something close by, but don't even have a last name, bro.
That's for Jody, just Jody. Because she doesn't have a last name and she kept yapping, and he got on to her last night about not having the last name and had my daughter and Tiffany Black's daughter just cracking up laughing.
Hunter Hendricks does suck. Oh, only Kylie and Jamie would understand the quote. Well, first off,
She even
Hunter,
have a last name, bro. What about Kimber Fox, Hunter?
Yeah, you need to spell her. You need to spell Kylie's name right because you spelled it wrong. She spells it kind of like
Kylea.
my better half. Let's see here. Babies are waiting on dad to say goodnight. Somebody baby.
You gotta go say goodnight to the babies.
Go say goodnight to the babies. All right, bet I'll get them for you. $100. If you get them for me, I'll give you $100 for 4 of them. I'm over, bitches. Yes, you are, Hunter. You're great, and you're going to be on the Brilliant Show soon. Now, tomorrow night, if you think I'm drunk tonight, wait till tomorrow night. I got JD the Kraken coming on. We're going to play a drinking game tomorrow night.
I'll chime in for that one. I'll play a drinking game with you.
Will you?
Well, yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? I'll go ahead and throw the invite out to you then.
There we go.
July the 3rd, I'm trying to have a whole show, the Brilliant Show, a drinking game.
Ooh.
Because I don't have to work the next day. So we can come on here and do a 2-hour show of drinking games. If anybody is down, I've already talked to JD the Kraken. Why not him? Why not you if you're invited, if you want to come?
I'll join.
And we'll just have some fun with it. Hunter Hendricks says say less. He's in. I guess he's going to be in on it.
There we go.
Kimber, I would love to work Jody at CWA. Jody, just Jody. And I'll tell you this. Just Jody.
Yep.
Talent, bring her on in. I'll tell you what. That's another good thing. Get Kimber and Jody in there.
And we're working on it.
That'll be the Brilliant Show sponsored match. How about that?
I am in connection with her, and she will know future dates, and we are working at having her come in. But that's going to be a special thing that I have in place for that situation.
Hunter's 12. Oh well, he can't be in on the drinking games. Nobody cares, Kimber. Hunter says, I love how the can blends into the background. Yeah, the green can and the green screen. That's how it works. You know, you can't even see my face now, can you?
Nope.
Yeah, I got to stop drinking green beer. JL3, I'll enter the drinking game and put you under.
We all might as well go to bed now.
JL3, hit me up in the DMs, baby. We'll work that out. I ain't seen JL3 in a while either. Got to see JL3.
Last time I saw JL3 was at APW, and I smacked him across the face.
Andrew Hansen does not like Hunter Hendricks either. Why does nobody like Hunter Hendricks? Hunter Hendricks is a great guy. He's an upstanding individual.
He had a great match last night too.
No, he's always having bangers. I mean, that's Hunter Hendricks for you, baby. He's
great. Yeah. All prodigy, no apologies.
Sleep yet?
He just entered back in.
All right. All prodigy, no apologies.
No apologies.
Right. We're gonna start wrapping up in about 29 minutes, but because I gotta get it down. Like I gotta keep everything under 2 hours so I can have clips. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to run 24-hour, stuff on all platforms like TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, go check out Brilliant, the #1 show on TikTok. Subscribe to it or hit the follow, whatever it is. Hit us up on YouTube if you're not on YouTube. Brilliant One Show. And then right here on Facebook, Brandon Turner, hit that follow button, add whatever you want to do, and we'll get it. Definitely get with you on the drinking game. And Kylea hit me up. Softer than my baby sister ever has.
I'll rewind again. I'll do that again
You
to
gonna
you,
let a man
JL3.
talk to your woman like that? Looks like he's stealing her. Looks like he's stealing her. JL3 always sneaking in something, Like JD the Kraken, he sneaks in DMs.
I'll rewind that on JL3. He wants to sit there and talk like that.
Who is Chris Henderson?
That is Jamie's nephew.
It is. I'm sorry. Yep. Can you spell nephew, Jamie?
With an F instead of a PH.
Kylea can handle her own. Oh, I'm sure she can. Let's see.
Why can't get out of line no more?
No prodigy.
No prodigy. Apologize for existing.
Oh man, that right there. Without the no apology, take the no apology out there. Apologize for existing. That's something Walter needs to say. But you're supposed to laugh. See, now when you didn't laugh, that means he's working with you.
No. He is not.
I just
on any basis working with us.
I mean, if you want to sell tickets, he shouldn't be around.
And I mean, that's the biggest thing. We want to sell tickets, but I ain't no.
Look, you can get more from me sharing your stuff than him. I cost money, but no prodigy. All apology. There you go. Murdo. God, man, I can't say nothing bad about Murdo. I love Murdo. Murdo was part of Brilliant and he was great. CWA has
worms?
I hope not. No.
No.
They exterminate worms, hopefully. But anyway, Murdo thought he ate. No pop. That's all I do is get pop, son. What are you talking about?
What's going on, Hunter?
Jamie, get your old lady under control. Yeah, I know she's getting all excited over Hunter Hendricks and JL3.
Please do, Steven. We'd love to have you show up. I promise you, there ain't no worms.
You show up, and man, because he supported this podcast.
Oh yeah, he had
Radio Show shirt. He's got all that. Show up. Hell, I may even take care of your tickets, Steven. Out of my own pocket. And I ain't gonna take no comps. I will pay for it out of my own pocket. You want to come over there and check it out. You get under control.
So Kimber does love me.
You know who didn't eat Taylor? Because Hendricks doesn't feed. Asian Allen's in here. My trainer told me
not to be like Hunter.
Asian Allen, who is your trainer? We need to know. Is it a handsome brother?
Wow. Anything can happen on the Brilliant Show too, apparently.
Oh, everything happens on the Brilliant Show. Everything happens.
I mean, look, we're off the rails and still getting watches. I don't know how. But
that's because they love you, Brandon. It ain't got nothing to do with CWA. I can tell you that. It's all because they love you.
Are you sure? Because if they love me, they'll go, to Brainbuster Tees and purchase a Brilliant Show shirt right now. And I tell you what, it helps us bring all this great content, all this off the rails stuff. Just go to brainbustertees.com. We're on the front page of that. If not, you can check out the link below and get you a t-shirt, because I promise you it's enjoyable. Because I mean, look at it right here. It's right here. It's
There you
great.
go.
And
See, I gotta get me a t-shirt.
Yeah, I might get me a t-shirt myself.
We gotta get a t-shirt.
you're going to get one. We've already talked about that. Y'all got to buy one. I hate
All right.
wrestling. Hunter Hendricks hates wrestling. Now, you sound like I knew it. I knew it. You're that kid that's by the vending machine every day when I come in to check on my client that he's training. That is right. It's Asian Allen. I didn't know that. You look like Joe Dirt, son. You
Wow.
look like Joe Dirt.
Like so.
Oh,
But-
man. Yeah. So, what's your, what, let's get into it real quick. Deep dive. Now, honest opinions. Now, just because you're on camera, you've already told me off camera how you feel. Now you can tell me on camera. Don't be scared, drop balls. Okay? What's your thoughts on Walter? He has no business in wrestling, right? I said it. All you got to do is say yes.
Walter definitely needs to watch, as he says, and he does need to grow some balls. I mean, he hasn't said anything against.
He blocked me after I invited him on the show.
And that's wrong. I mean, again, if he can't take it, then why is he dishing the crap that he's dishing? I mean, he's been there for Jamie and I at times, and we have talked, but I don't approve and do not agree with him going and bad mouthing people the way he's bad mouthing people, and then throwing a fit and crying when everybody comes back at him and throws it right back at him.
I've got to pull something if I can find it. I don't even know where that shit come from, but I got to pull this up. Where is it at? I believe I found it. No, I didn't. All right, so here's my thing with Walter, okay? And just go ahead and be honest with it. I got to find this shit. Because he said, Walter actually shared this. Because, like I said, he blocked me, but people still send me stuff.
Yeah.
But he said, stop playing the victim. That's all he does is play victim.
You're right, he does.
He plays victim, cries about it when people talk about him, but he sits there and talks shit about me. Now that's what I'm asking.
You're right.
Don't lie. Because I got you on live, and the lie detector can detect when you're lying. I'm the new Maury too. No, I'm not only Jerry Springer. I'm Maury too.
So you can tell who's the baby daddy?
Yeah, I can all day long. So here it is. Jamie, especially, you need to answer this. Have you ever heard Walter say one thing about me? And don't lie, because I know you don't remember what happened yesterday, but you better remember this.
Have I ever heard Walter say anything about you?
Bad about me. Don't like it. All right, see?
No, I'm not protecting nobody, Brandon, because, I mean, I heard him talking a lot of shit about a lot of people, but I really don't remember him saying anything about you.
The lie detector is Trump, Kimber.
No, because I know if he has said anything bad about you, he has not come across to me to say anything bad about you. Now, if he's went to other people and said anything bad about you, then I really ain't for sure.
Walter's got a big head, bad attitude that needs to be knocked out and down. That is true. That is true. I would knock teeth out, but he don't have any. Anyway, here's the thing. You just made a good point, and now you can't lie no more, Jamie. I've cornered you like a lion with a damn, what are they, wildebeest or something? All right. You said you had not heard him say nothing bad about me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little scary. I was a little uncomfortable. You got something. Who has he said shit about? Let's get it out. One name, just one name. I want
Shannon
your one
Henderson and
name.
Melina.
I mean, I know he talked stuff about Shannon and his wife.
Well, yeah, he called her a ring rat, and she's not. She's a sweet person. And
Oh, she's absolutely lovely. That's
yeah,
no
she
doubt.
is.
Every
I mean,
nothing's not
I've
bad
only
with
been
her.
around her a few times and talked to her. Shannon won't let me around her much more. I guess, he realizes what he's got. Shannon ain't gonna, Shannon's over here. He's shaking in his boots right now. I'm just joking. But anyway, go ahead, Jamie. One more name. One that has not been mentioned.
I mean, I don't know which one that name would be, honestly.
Just
I
say a
mean,
name besides Shannon.
I mean,
Oh my
Walter
God.
doesn't really.
I cannot believe he said something. Are you serious? He said something about Asian Allen? And Asian Allen hasn't even finished training. What did he say about Asian Allen, Jamie?
I
Huh?
mean, that's the only reason why. Hey, but honestly, though, that's the only reason why I did get a spot over there at Chris's thing and why Chris came to ask me to help run CFWL and stuff because it was supposed to be him and Walter, and then something happened between them two, and Walter kind of flaked out on him and was talking bad about him, too.
Walter felt
Walter,
that Chambers stabbed him in the back by going and asking other people for help with what originally was the Combat Wrestling League that he had gotten off of Tommy.
you want to know what's funny? Y'all brought up Combat Wrestling League, right?
Yeah.
I booked one of their shows before it sold to Tommy. Like, before that all happened. That was the first time Ray Fury and Vladimir Karlov had a match. So, yeah. Anyway, here's the thing. And Melina is a sweetheart. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Absolutely.
She is a sweetheart. And when Walter said that and I saw that, here's my thoughts. You can talk shit about me all day long. And you can say whatever you want to because at the end of the day, I don't have no feelings and it don't matter what you say about me. Don't bring my wife up in anything because you don't know her.
Yeah.
And she's done nothing to you. So when
I can totally
Shannon,
agree. Like, you
when
talked about me, run me down, do whatever you want to do with me. Don't talk about my wife and kids and bring them into something they don't have no control in or nothing into.
exactly that one thing about it is, I'll joke with you, and I'll say that because she stays in my DMs. I can't help that.
I can't help
Other
that
than
either.
but what I'm saying is the fact that she should have never been brought up because
Oh,
she's
yeah.
never said nothing to Walter. She's never degraded Walter.
She's never done anything to anybody. She comes in and helps Shannon and does what she does at AWF, and she's a great person.
Right. So you bring up my name, I'm okay with it. You can trash talk me all damn day long. Ray Fury is an awful human being. He put my
Ray
face
Fury,
in
what?
is an
Ray
awful.
Fury is an
I know
awful
you
human
can't
being.
read, Jamie. That says Ray Fury is an awful human being.
I can read, but the words that are like on his her phone is,
You
I'll fight
couldn't
someone over
read
my
it if
grandma.
it was in a book and the text was this deep. But anyway, the thing is, you can bring me up, you can talk trash about me, you can call me whatever you want, I don't care. The second you bring any of my family members who I have not even put in the spotlight in wrestling,
Yeah.
then that's fighting words. Asian Allen versus Walter. No, Asian Allen, who is not even out of training, is still way above any kind of thing that Walter's doing. I don't think that, I'll fight someone over my grandbabies. I know you will. I know you
Are
will.
we trying to, I mean, with Ray Fury being an evil person, we trying to get Vladimir and Ray Fury too?
Hey, that works. I'll say this. Which he's my client, and our booking fee is $1,000. So I'm just going ahead and throw out there. That's the greatest wrestler on the Gulf Coast right now. To me, that's the greatest wrestler in independent wrestling, Vladimir Klov. There ain't nobody can touch him. I'll throw that right out there. There ain't nobody touch Vladimir Klov. Now, Vladimir Klov is a very busy man, though.
Oh, fully busy.
Walter versus Brennan Woody. If Walter would get in the ring with me, I don't give a shit. We can do a damn tough man contest. I'll do it. He whoops my ass, I'll take the ass whooping and go on. But it ain't gonna happen. My trainer told me to stay out of the drama, but this podcast is Asian Allen. I have a feeling that you love drama. Hold on. Stephen Dixon.
Wow.
You said Asian Allen. This is because Walter can't keep a woman. He don't even know what a woman is. That blow up doll ain't a woman.
Wow.
I mean, he's like the Bud Bundy. No, Bud Bundy's a great person. So I don't know what Walter is. I just want Walter to come on this podcast. Because, I mean, I tried to help Walter. I try to be nice to Walter.
Yeah.
A lot of people have.
Well, I mean, I have to say, I mean, you know, when Walter first broke in and came in, he did come under Mountain Man, and we did have a helping hand in working with Walter at first.
But he's
Until
taken a
Or
lot.
he broke loose and went off and done what Walter does.
Yeah, pussy out. I know. That's what he does. But anyway, all right, we're gonna start wrapping up here in a minute. But before we do, I don't know. I get text messages. Y'all know what an area code 915 is?
Mm-mm.
I don't either. It's one of them spammers trying to DM me. Oh, it says her name's Kylea.
9:15.
Oh shit. Oh, it's one of them. It's one of them. What's it called? Text now numbers. I'll get back with you later. But anyway, so before we get out of here, Jamie, I got two things to ask. Do you remember when I was doing the live podcast at DCW at the Ocean Springs Youth Center, and you walked by and I said, "Hey, Jamie, what are you doing?" And he froze, and he didn't say nothing. I said, "Jamie, you gotta say words, man. You gotta say words."
I do remember that.
See, I knew you would.
Matter of fact, what was your podcast called at that time?
King of Wrestling Podcast.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that,
Oh, look at that. The King of Wrestling Podcast, baby. The shirt. Where'd you steal that from?
I mean, I didn't steal it from nobody. I got it from you.
That's right. That's right.
He actually picked that out earlier today and was
Just
like,
for you, Brandon.
just for you. Was like, I'm gonna wear this.
King of Wrestling Podcast. You know, that thing still gets downloaded to this day. I can't believe it. And I look at that and I'm like, that was off the rails and this is off the rails. And I'm just sitting here thinking, how the hell have I got viewers, watchers?
Because you're off the rails.
Yeah. That Walter that worked with Dad isn't the same Walter now. No, it's not. I agree. I will agree on that. The Walter that I remember meeting was not that way. But Walter just thinks he's better than everybody else. He thinks he knows it all. And even though I know a little bit more, I still don't think I know much. I definitely don't know nothing about wrestling. I just know I love it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I can sit here and I'll tell you I'm the greatest manager that's ever lived, which is true. But at the end of the day, I'm not. Hold on. CJ Goodspeed. Now, this is a kind man right here. You got to watch people like this. Where's CWA located? Where are they located, Jamie and Kylea, if y'all know?
So our shows are going to be sticking in Saraland, Alabama at the Saraland Civic Center. I've talked with them. They're super excited. They normally only have beauty pageants that come through the building, and they're looking forward to bringing more to Saraland and bringing different events in there. So we're the first to be in that building to do that wrestling show.
CJ's a great guy. I was just joking about him being a con man. He's a great guy. But yeah, you never stop learning in professional wrestling, no matter how long you've been in here. You can be the 30-year vet, but you learn something new every day because wrestling evolves. It doesn't stay in that same spot. Wrestling evolves, just like we talked. Went from bra and panties to great talent. You know, it evolves. So you never stop learning. You're always learning in professional wrestling. Let's see what the star of the night, Asian Allen, has to say. I should be done with training by September. Look, all right, Asian Allen, as an executive director of operations and new creative, as Jamie said earlier, of CWA, you are now booked with CWA as your first match if you can get done with training by September 13th. That doesn't mean September 14th.
There you go.
September the 13th. But anyway, Braxton Hunter, another great talent.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Been all over. I've been around Braxton a few years as well. Been in some locker rooms with him. Jay Smiles. He was on the podcast last week, spaced out.
Oh my gosh. He talk about ADHD off the rails. Yes. Oh my goodness.
I call him Giggles now after that episode. Let me be your first match, Asian Allen. That would be great. Braxton Hunter versus Asian Allen.
There you go.
And Braxton is great. You know, he's done some stuff with Ring of Honor. He's done some stuff with TNA. He's done stuff all over Louisiana, Mississippi.
Yeah.
That goes on. But thank y'all for joining us tonight. If you'll hang in there just a second, don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But thank you for joining us here, CWA. Anything else you want to plug before you get out here, though?
I mean, we'd like everybody to come out September 13th, but definitely come out June 28th. Come check out the benefit at the Mobile County Fairgrounds for Larry. And then, you know, come September 13th, come check out the 50-50 benefit for Larry as well that day. And we'd like to see everybody there and hope to have a great turnout.
Awesome. Y'all guys hang in there for just a second, and we'll be right back. Here's the thing. We're getting out of here. We're going to plug the show. Remember to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, and Audible. Give us that 5-star rating on Amazon Music or Apple Music, whatever it is. Check us out on brainbustertees.com. Get a t-shirt. Make sure you check this out. I mean, get a t-shirt. Help support. We can keep bringing you these off-the-rail podcasts. And also, check out CWA, September the 13th, Sterling Civic Center. You're not going to want to miss it. June 28th, Warrior Mania. The Brilliant One will be there doing a brilliant show live in front of a crowd. You're not going to want to miss it. Get your tickets now. Thank you for joining us. Let's see what else the comments we got out here. Good luck with y'all's promotion. CJ, you're a great dude. I like you. Christina Miller, love you guys. Jamie, Kylea, I love y'all. Kim says, thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night on the British Show with JD the Kraken, and I'll probably be drunker than I am right now. But we'll see you there. Have a good night.
Lights blaze bright, it's a glorious sight. The champ of the mic owns the night. With a mind so slick and a suit so clean, he's running this ring like a wrestling machine. From gold-plated deals to jaw-dropping schemes, he's the mastermind of your wildest dreams. Stand up, take note, bow down if you can. It's the Brilliant Show with the Brilliant One.